Alright folks, welcome to this video. In this episode we're here to look at a completely new historical wonder, never seen before on the channel folks. That's as long as I didn't get shouted at by a farmer before I get there. Look at this, we're in the beautiful local glen of Glen Lethnot today, and I was just driving up the road and I noticed an ancient historical wonder at the side of this little burn, and I think it's an old lime kiln, and we'll have an old lime kiln on the channel folks. Look at this, I'm literally on the edge of the slippy cliff here. Crazy. Real adventures on the channel once again folks. I try and keep a new video every day but it's not every day you can go to a brand new location. That's how it's so exciting come to a place like this. Whoa, I'm total tripping over. Here it is folks, an ancient historical wonder here, lost in the middle of the Scottish countryside. Absolutely incredible. Wow, here it is, it's been like a proper little building down here. This is what we love on the channel, it's like ancient history. I believe this will be from like the early 1700s at least, it's maybe even older. And then look at that, at the other side of the main road there's another little house up there. But I think there's like this private residence up there, so we're not even going to bother. This is down here at the other side of the road. Look at this folks, it's like a miniature lime kiln like what we saw last month at Bodden. Look at this one. Wow. That's so cool. Think of the history of a thing like this. I love the stonework and the way everything's built. It's so cool that it's not been like flattened and lost in time. Nature's just slowly taking it back over. So this has probably been quite an industrial area in the glen back in the day. There's probably been horse and carts coming down here carting limestone or something like that. Look at this, the big slab. Wonder what that's been, if it's been a lintel or a roof slab or what. Whoa, what a building this is. Look at this, there's a waterfall right down this side. Whoa, that's a beautiful little setting there. Look at this. Oh, aye, real history folks. Wow, this whole area here has been built on the edge. Look at this. This little bit here remains. I don't know what I end up going to wade down the river folks, but we can see here that there is a proper built stone area as well as this. It's maybe so they had a bit so they could walk around the outside. Wow, it's so cool to explore a new place. Look at this down here. This old tree is like growing out of it. Oh look, here's another one of these little windies. I wonder what these have been back in the day. Whoa, what an adventure it is coming and finding a place like this. There's so much like undiscovered history just in the countryside and everywhere. Wow, what a setting this is here right at the corner. There's proper like rocky ground around here. Look, there's a Highland coo over there. The Highland cow's wondering what's happening. It's probably seen nobody in this glen for a long time. Look at this, here's looking in the top of this thing. Oh aye, that's like an ancient stone wonder. So this was probably somebody's way of making money in the Glen at one time. They maybe had like a wee limestone quarry or something nearby. Look at this stone line here. Maybe a lintel stone off one of these little buildings. I think there's been a lot of stone structures and stuff around here, and it's just time itself that's covered them up. It's incredible. Even the wall at the other side there has been properly built, probably to stop the land from sliding down the hill. And then there is like a little round house, but I think it's just pretty much 4 walls. So maybe there's been a couple of workers up there. That's been their houses. And then every day they'll have been down here working. And I'm not sure what like this building would have been. And certainly that there looks like a lime kiln, I would guarantee. This here could have been a dwelling as well back then. It's so long ago, folks, it's like crazy. It's like when you watch Braveheart, again, and they're on horseback and stuff, like, this is the sort of place they'd be nipping in by, like, needing a bag of limestone or whatever. Needing a bag of lime. They turn it into dust pretty much, I think, once they heat it in the kiln. It's just so cool, look at that, eh? That's a photograph. It's crazy to like imagine them with wheelbarrows and stuff coming out and in these little rooms. Again, this would have been like a wee corridor down here between the 2 buildings, and I think over time all that's just fallen in and filled it up. But it's like, again, there's a really interesting nugget of history, folks. All this must have been like the roof at one time. Again, what we're going to do, folks, we're going to go down here and have a little look up the riverside. We're going to look at the perimeter of this, because it's been properly built. Oh, this is crazy, folks. Real adventures on the channel. Look at this here. Okay, it's been a wall here to protect their big building. And the way the wee square windows are. So cool. The noise of that stream is just epic. This is true like abandoned Scotland, like. Again, there's so much everywhere. Like, imagine when they quarried that big lintel, carved it, and then they probably made a fair bit of money back in the day. That would have been like a thriving industry at this little spot. And then today, it's just lost in time here for me to document before more of it falls down. I can see this top wall here is bulging, and I'm not sure if one time if it was open at the top or closed. Like, there we go, folks. Glen Lethnot lime kiln. There's a cool little bridge over here. I might be able to go a different way back to my car. Here we go. I did come that way, but I might be able to just cross the burn here on these stones. It'll be far easier. Famous last words. Because I don't know what to get soaked. Yeah, it doesn't look that easy, folks. We'll keep it safe. Look at this, it's just beautiful glen here. Prime sheep territory. There's always tons of these little streams and that running off the hills in areas like this. So cool. And like, there's still snow up here on the top hills. This little bridge has got so much character here, folks. Oh, this is a proper like sloppy bit right here. Full send as usual, folks. Sometimes you just hate to go for it. But like, I had no idea that that little thing was there. So it just shows it's cool just to go exploring. And all the explorers recently have been local. And I've just been out for like my daily exercise locally, and then boom, I just noticed that. So it's so cool to come and document it before it's lost in time altogether. And I was lucky because the field gate was open. If there had been cows or sheep here, I would not have upset them. But looks like the only thing in this field here is moles. Hundreds of mole hills. Look at this little bit here. It's been dug out, I think, at one time. I wonder if where their lime quarry was that they used for that lime kiln there. Like, it'd be so interesting to know. This has been dug out or something, but I don't think this isn't the quarry. Don't know if you can tell on the video, folks, but it's actually getting really dark now. Well, not really dark, but it certainly is evening. It's after 6 PM now and it's still daylight, so it is getting good for exploring again in the summer. Once lockdown gets lifted, we can go further afield. So it's pretty cool. Look at this Wild Hill Road, folks. Stunning. The sheep down here are just grazing on the grass. They've probably like recently been put out there. I would think soon. Like a lot of sheep are lambing at this time of year. So there could be some lambs in a BKR video coming pretty soon, like once they're running about. Look at this wee bridge, folks. That's why I'm keeping the camera rolling. We're about to look at this little brig. Oh, there's a wee bird box on the bridge, look, that's cool. That's supporting like a little family of birds there. Look at that, you're just looking out into the valley there. The valley of Glen Lethnot. Like, there's bird boxes at both sides. And the little stream just meanders. This bridge was probably built as well, like 1700s or early 1800s. Or there might have been like an old wooden one there before, like an even older bridge. But then sometimes in these glens they would just be like droving their cattle over the hill through the ditch. They wouldn't need a road. Look at this, folks, this is a cattle grid. Something you get in Scotland for stops the cows can go and wad down the town. But look, right here they could just come right past. But I think there is actually, now I'm looking at it, there's a pole there they can put in and they can close the gate. Anyway, folks, I'll end this one here. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one very soon.